What's up, y'all? Today we're doing a live breakdown of this email right here. My friend Florin posted this on LinkedIn. It's not his email, but I think it's the email of somebody who he's consulting. It's really solid, and I want to share exactly why I think it's super good so that you can take away some of the frameworks for your own cold emails. So the first thing I like about it is the subject line. It's just called emissions tracking. It's boring and it's short, and that's all you need when it comes to a subject line. You don't need to get too creative. All he's doing here is just summarizing the email into 2 words, and that's exactly what you need to cut through the noise, because if you try to get too creative, it just looks too much like a marketing email, and we all know people don't open those. So second thing I like, it's super small, but he's opening with "Good morning, Jim." And I know it seems small, but most people open with "Hey, hi," or "Hello" first name, and this is just an interesting pattern interrupt. I also love that they have their first sentence based on the company that they're reaching out to, so they're doing research on initiatives that this company has and then tying that into their value proposition. There's a lot of interesting ways you can do this with ChatGPT at scale, and I will create a future video on that. But in short, what you do is you upload a company description, and then you ask ChatGPT to highlight the initiatives that company has and write a personalized one-liner. But just obviously a great way to open an email. If you focus on the company rather than your company, you're going to get more people to open it, because that is the first line that they're going to see in their inbox. So I like how after that they go into focusing on problem, but instead of telling them about the problem, they ask it in a question. This kind of gets the prospects' gears turning around this problem. They say, how do you find logistics partners with aligned missions? And so if you have a clear understanding of the problems your prospects are dealing with, which hopefully you do, a great way to highlight them is by asking a question, because again, it gets the prospect thinking. And then I really like how they just have a short one-liner value proposition. It's not too vague, but it's also not too specific. I think you want to be somewhere in the middle. That's the sweet spot, because if you're too vague, then the prospect really has no idea how you help and they're not going to be interested. But if you're too specific and the email is too long, you're sharing too much information, and there's really no reason for the prospect to respond and take a meeting, because there's no further information for them to learn. And the last thing is, I love their call to action here, because they're including some social proof by saying, opposed to hearing how we help our apparel clientele do this. Again, they're tying in that they understand what type of company this is and that they help similar companies as well. So let me know your thoughts on this email, and I'll do some future live reactions of cold emails as well.